We talk about the chapter 3, 4, 5 review. Um, Statistics. Please show all work and circle box your final answer when appropriate. First question. Suppose there are 3 exams, exam 1, 2, 3, in a class. The exam scores as a percentage, like 83, are weighted to calculate the final grade, weighted. 20% for exam 1, 50% for exam 2, 30% for exam 3, 20% add 50% add 30%, total 100%. This we call weighted. To calculate final grade, suppose a student obtained those scores. Test exam 1, 83, exam 3, 72. If the final grade is 83.2, then how many points did the students earn on exam 2? So we assume exam 2 is X, unknown, so X. Then the weighted, so it's 83 times 20%. 20% change to decimal is 0.20 is equal 0.2. So we just put 0.2 plus X times 50% is 0.50 is 0.5 equal. And 72 times 0.3 total is a final grade given is 83.2, so equal 83.2. So we got this equation and solve for the X. 83.0.2 is 16.2. Then 0.5 is 1 over 2. 1 divided by 2 is 0.5 times X plus 72 times 0.3 is 21.6 equal 83.2. Then 1/2 X, then 16.6 add 21.6. The two terms add together equals 38.2. Then equal 83.2. Then minus 38.2 minus 38.2 on both sides. This is 0. Remain 1/2 X equal 83.2 minus 38.2 equal 1/2 X equal 83.2 minus 38.2 equal 45. Then you times 2 both sides. Times 2, 2 cancel, get X times 2 and get 90. So 90 is the exam 2, the score of exam 2. The second question. Find the z-score for student test score of each class and state which class test score is relatively higher. So there's a biology and the math. Biology, class mean is X bar, is equal 80. Standard deviation S is 8. Student test score X is 72. For math, class mean X bar is 55. Standard deviation S is 4. Those are sample. So use X bar for mean, S for standard deviation. Sample. Student test score is 53. So which one is relatively higher? So figure out z-score. Z for biology is equal X minus X bar over S equal X is 72 minus mean 80 divided by standard deviation 8 equal 72 minus 80 is negative 8 over 8 equal negative 1. And for the math, X student score is 53 minus the mean, class mean, X bar is 55 divided by standard deviation S is 4. So 53 minus 55 is negative 2 divided by 4, get negative reduce, cancel 2, get negative 1/2, which is negative 0.5. compare the two negative numbers. Negative 0.5 is greater than negative 1.0. So this negative 0.5 is a math score. So the math test score is relatively higher. Now you can see 55 is less than 80. But convert to z-score, math is higher. Math high because math 53 is less than 72. Student test score 53 in math is less than 72 in biology. But convert to z-score, the math z-score is negative 0.5. And for biology, it's negative 1. So that means the math is relatively higher than biology, because math 53 is closer to mean, but 72 is away from mean, from their mean average, below the mean. 72 is below the mean, 1 standard deviation. 53 away from mean is half of standard deviation. So the 53 is closer to the mean, is higher than biology, 72. So this we call relatively higher. The next question, question 3. The number of highway miles per gallon of the 10 worst vehicle is recorded below. Those are 10 per gallon, how many mileage, how many miles. Lowest one recorded like this, 10 vehicle. Consider these values as the population data. Consider this as population data. And show all your work as needed in the space below for the following. Find the mean. So it's mu, mean, because the population use mu represent. Find the median, and find the mode, and find the mid-range. So first of all, we put the data in order. 11, then 12, then 13, then 14, and 14, then 15, then 16, 17. 10 data put in order, increasing order. Find the mean. The mean formula is a summation of x. Those data we call x. Summation, you add together, divided by n. N is 10 data. How many data you add together? 10 data add together. So you add together, divided by 10. Use calculator. The mean is 14.2. Average is about here, 14.2 average. Median is the midpoint, the middle one. So 10 data, you counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from left. Count from right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are two middle number. Two middle number add together is between 14 and 15. So 14 add 15 divided by 2 is the number between 14 and 15, which is 14.5. That's what we call median. Median is the middle number. Mode is most frequency one, the happen most. So like 11 happen once, 12 once, 13 1, 14 2. But 15 has 3. 16 is 1, 17 is 1. So 15 is have a 3, most frequency, 3. So the mode is 15. Mid-range is the minimum and maximum divided by 2. Mid-range is the minimum and maximum divided by 2. Minimum is 11. Maximum is 17. 11 add 17 is 28 divided by 2. We got 14. And that's mid-range. And B, Find the variance and the standard deviation. Variance use population use sigma square equal to, this is a formula, summation x squared over n minus mean square. Summation x squared means 11 square plus 12 square plus 13 square, each number square, 14 square, each number square, add together, divided by 10. Then you minus mean. Mean we find out in A is a 14.2. So it's a minus 14.2 square. And use calculate, figure out this as a 2.95999 and round it, round up 9, round up 5, add 1, get 2.96 rounding. Then standard deviation is a variance, take square root. Variance is this, and you take square root. You got 1.72 round. Here's a 0, you truncate. So get 1.72. And write the 5-number summary and draw the box plot. 5-number summary is put the 10 number in increasing order. The smallest one is a minimum. The largest one is 17, is maximum. And the median is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 14. And from right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15. There's two middle number. You add together, divided by 2 is 14.5. Right between 14 and 15, we call median. The median is also called Q2. Q2 is a second quartile. Second quartile. And then this median separate into lower half part and the upper half part. So in the lower half part, from median separate into 5 number, this lower half part, upper half part also 5 numbers. And find out the median of lower half part. So 1, 2, 3, 13. 1, 2, 3, 13. So 13 is a median of lower half part. And that number we call first quartile. From upper half parts have 5 numbers, also find median. Median is 1, 2, 3. From left, from right, 1, 2, 3. So this one is a median. So this we call third quartile. Now 5-number summary is minimum 11, first quartile 13, second quartile 14.5, third quartile 15, maximum 17, total 5 numbers. This we call 5-number summary. And use those 5-number summary, we construct the box plot. And when we construct the box plot, first of all, we need to draw this real number line. And use the ruler, mark 10, 11, 12, 13, because here started at 11. So I started at 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And you have to be equal distance. This 1 units, 1 units, 1 units, 1 units. Use the ruler, you can get equal lengths, 1 units, equal lengths, 1 units. And then above minimum, use 5-number summary. 11 is a minimum, so above 11, put a dot. And the maximum is 17, put a dot. And connect the 2 points, get a horizontal line parallel to this number line, real number line, parallel. And get this line first. And on first quartile, above 13, put a dot, then put a bar. And the 14.5, second quartile. So between 14 and 15, right in the middle, it's a 14.5. Above 14.5, you put a bar. And the third quartile is 15. Above 15, put a bar. So you have 3 bars. And connect those 3 bars and makes a box. And this we call box plot. Use 5-number summary to draw. Question 4. A teacher gives 50 points test. This test has 50 points and to 10 students. The scores are listed below. Those are the students. Maximum is 50 points, so they earn those points. And what score corresponding to 35th percentile? The A, B, C, D. Now, first of all, we have to put those number in order. Put number in order. How to put number in order? So you can do D, construct a leaf plot. This leaf plot help you make the number in order. This order. How to construct this leaf plot? So here are given number. The given number here. Those numbers are given numbers. Those are given numbers. And you look at the 10 digits. Here has 1, here 4, have 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3. The 10th digits. So it started at 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 10 digits. 29 on 2, put 9, 29. 49 at 4, put 49. 11, 11. 34, 34. 22, put 2. 37, put 37. 28, 28. 42, 42. 18, 1, 8. 36, 3, 6. So you got this. Then that is this one. And then put them in order. This it says this one, and put them in order. And 1A already in order. This put in ascending order is 289, 289. This put in ascending order is 467, 467. This put in ascending order is 29. Now then you can list according this. You can list out the number in order. According this one, you are able to list out the number 11, 18, 18, 22, 22, then 28, next 29, then 34, then 36, then 37, then 42, then 49. So this method is a good method for there are lots numbers like 20 numbers, 30 numbers. If you put this, you use this stand and a leaf plot, then you are able to put them in order. So after ordered, it's here. Put them. Those are ordered number. Ordered number. I write over here. Those are ordered number. Now then figure out after you put them in order. Then A, what score corresponding to 35th percentile? So formula is count C is equal N times P over 100. And here N is 10 students, so N equal 10 times 35 percentile means 35 over 100. And you figure out that's 3.5. Then no matter what, you always round up. Even you are 30, even you are, so always round up and you will get 4. And so the corresponding data is the fourth data. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 28. 28 is 35th percentile. If a decimal number, you always round up. Always round up. And then B, and horse score corresponding to 70th percentile. So also use the count. Count equal n times p over 100. N is 10 because 10 score times p is 70. 70 over 100. And cancel, you got 7. Cancel 0, and you got 7. So C equals 7. If you got count is whole number, the answer should be between 7, between C and the C plus 1. So the C is 7. C plus 1 is 8. So the number should be between 7th and the 8th. So you figure out the 7th number. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is 36. 8 number is 37. So it's a number between the two number. So you do 36 add 37. Add together divided by 2 is 36.5. 36.5. Actually, you can. This is the first number. It's a 5th percentile. Then 15th percentile, add 10. Then 35th, add 10, it's 15. Add 10 is 25th percentile. So 28 is 35th percentile. Add 10. 29 is 45th. 34 is 55th percentile. And 36 is 65th percentile. 37 is 75th percentile. So between it is 70 percentile. So it's 11 is 5 percentile. Then between it is 10 percentile. Then 15 percentile. Then 15 percentile is between the two. Then 20 percentile, 25th percentile, 30 percentile, 35th percentile, 40 percentile, 45th percentile, 50 percentile, 55 percentile, 60 percentile, 65th percentile, 70 percentile. 70 percentile, then 75th percentile, then 80 percentile, 85th percentile, 90 percentile, 95th percentile. So then next one, C. What is the percentile rank of the number 34? The question 2, given you the score, the number, given you the percentile, you find the score, find the score. So use this formula, C equal n times P over 100. If a not whole number, 3 decimal number, you always round up, and that the fourth one is the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, the answer. If a whole number, the answer should be between 7 and 8. If a whole number, the answer is between 7th and 8th. So 7th is 36, add 8 is 37. Between it, add together divided by 2 is the number between it. That's 70 percentile. Now, and C is the opposite. If given a score 34 and want you find out percentile, A and B is given percentile, find the score, find the data. And C is given the data, find percentile, opposite. So what is the percentile of the given number? Percentile of X is equal to count the number of data less than the given number X, add 0.5, divided by total how many number N, then times by 100. So like 34, what's the percentile rank of 34. So you count. Below 34 has how many number? So like this order data, 34 here, this data. Below it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 data. So 5 data put over here. Then number of the data below 34 is a 5 number. 34 is here. Below it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 scores below 34. Then you add 0.5 divided by 10 times 100. So it's 5.5 times 10. Okay, so get 55. So 34 is corresponding to 55th percentile. And this is just what I said. This is a 5th, add 10, 15, add 10, 25, add 10, 35, add 10, 45, add 10, 55. So 34 is corresponding to 55th percentile. Then question 5. Suppose the mean of the ages of the accountants at Three River Corporations is 26. Here is a sample. Mean is X bar for the age, the mean of the age. So X bar age is 26 years. And the standard deviation is 6 years. So S, because it's sample, so X bar, S age is 6. The mean of the salary of accountants is $31,000. So X bar for salary, mean for salary is $31,000. And the standard deviation is $4,000. So S salary is $4,000. Those are given, question given. And ask you to calculate coefficient of variance, CVAR, variance for each one, for age and for salary. Calculate the coefficient of variance, C coefficient of variance for the age of accountants and the coefficient of variance for the salary of accountants, and then state which variable has more variations. So figure out coefficient of variance of the age is equal. Formula is standard deviation over the sample mean. Sample standard deviation over sample mean. So for age, S is 6. Put it in. And the mean is 26. Put it in. Reduce. Cancel common factor 2. And get 3 over 13. Divided in decimal is 0.231. Then figure out coefficient of the variance of salary is S over mean. Standard deviation for salary is 4,000. The mean is 31,000. And reduce 0, get 4 over 31. The decimal is, use calculator, figure out is 0.129. Compare the two numbers, coefficient of variance. Since 0.231 is greater than 0.129, so age has more of accountant, has more variations. And question 6, identify the outlier. Identify the outliers in the data below. In this data, this data already put in ascending order. It's already in order, so you don't need to sort it. Already sorted in order. Use the procedure involving the interquartile range. So you need to figure out interquartile range first. So in order to get interquartile range, first of all, we have to figure out the 5-number summary. So do 5-number summary again. So 7 we call minimum. And 30 we call maximum. And then counted from left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the median. Median is the second quartile. So 17 is second quartile, also is a median. And this number separate into lower half part and the upper half part. In the lower half part has those four number, and find out the median, middle one, median of those four number. So you count it from left, 1, 2. There's two middle number, 1, 2. So between the two middle number, you add together is 16 divided by 2. You add together is 26 divided by 2. 11 add 15 is 26 divided by 2 is 13. This is 13. It's 11 add 15 divided by 2. That is 13. This we call first quartile. And the upper half part, this is median separate into two parts, lower half part and the upper half part. The upper half part also have four numbers counted from left, 1, 2. This middle number, 1, 2. This middle number, there's two middle numbers. Add together, 18. This is 18 plus 20 is 38. And divided by 2. 18 plus 20 is 38 divided by 2 is 19. So 19 is the third quartile. Now this we call interquartile range. Interquartile range we call IQR. Is equal what? Equal third quartile minus first quartile. Quartile 3 minus quartile 1. Third quartile is 19. First quartile is 13. 19 minus 13, 6 is between these two numbers is 6. That's the range from 13 to 19. From first quartile to third quartile, the range is 6. And then figure out, this is also the rule. It's a rule. It's for the lower one is first quartile, you minus 1.5 times interquartile range. So from below 13, 1.5 of interquartile range. 1.5 is 1.5 of interquartile range. So from 13, you minus 1.5 times 6 is interquartile range. So it's from 13 go down 9 units. 1.5 times 6 is 9. 13 minus 9 got 4. Got 4. So from first quartile go down to the 4. And the third quartile, from third quartile go up to the right. Add 1.5. 1.5 is 1.5 of interquartile range. So third quartile, 19. You go right, 1.5 times interquartile range, 6. 1.5 times 6 is 9. So 19 add 9 is 28. So to the left, you got 4. From first quartile to the left, 1.5 of interquartile range is 4. From third quartile to the right, upper to the right, 1.5 of interquartile range, you got 28. And what is the outlier? The outlier is the value, is the data, which is less than 4, or the value which is greater than 28. The data less than 4. So you look at this data. Are there any data less than 4? No, up to 7 here is first data. There's no data less than 4 on this side. Now you look at on the higher side. Are there any data greater than 28? Yes, 30 is greater than 28. Since 30 greater than 28, so 30 we call outlier, which is not consistent with those data. 30 is too high. It's either too high or too low. It's lower to less than 4 is too low, we call outlier. Or greater than 28 is too high, and we call outlier. Then next one, question 7. Three coins are tossed. 3 coins are tossed. Answer the following regarding the probability experiment. A. Use a tree diagram to find the sample space. So 3 coins tossed. So first coin, second coin, third coin. So toss the first coin. The coin has 2 outcomes, either head or tail. Now the first coin you got head, then you toss second coin also get either head or tail. If the first coin you toss you got tail, then second coin you toss you also get either head or tail. For the third coin, then either head or tail, head or tail, head or tail, head. So combination. So first coin get head, second coin get head, third coin get head. That first outcome, head, head, head. That's first outcome. Now, this question find the sample space, which is what kind of outcome in the sample space. Now, first coin got head, second coin got head, third coin got tail. So you got head, head, tail. That's second outcomes. Or first coin is head, second coin is tail, the third coin is head. So got head, tail, head, head, tail, head. That's third outcomes. Or head, tail, tail. That's fourth outcomes. Or tail, head, head, tail, head, head. Or tail, head, tail, tail, head, tail. Or tail, tail, head, tail, tail, head. Or tail, 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 tail. Total 8 outcomes. Because here, first coin has 2. Second coin is 2, head or tail. Third coin is also 2. So this 8 outcomes actually is just 2 times 2 times 2. Now, each coin has 2 faces, either head or tail. Each one is 2, 2, 2. Tying together and total combinations is such 8 outcomes. Now B, this we call tree diagram. And sample space have those 8 outcomes. And the B, find the probability of getting exactly 1 tail. So probability of x equal 1 tail. So 1 tail, which one is 1 tail? This one has only 1 tail. This one has only 1 tail. And also this one has only 1 tail. So there's 3. So it's either HHT or HTH or THH. Only 3 outcomes has exactly 1 tail, and total is 8 outcomes. So probability is 3 out of 8. And C, find the probability of getting at least 1 head. So probability of x at least, that means x need to be greater than or equal 1 head. That is means equal probability of, find out probability of 1 head, add probability of 2 head, add probability of 3 heads. Greater than or equal 1 head is at least 1 head. That means 1 head or 2 head or 3 head add together. So 1 head is those 1 head, head, tail, 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 head, tail, 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 head. So it's 3 outcomes. Probability is 3 out of 8. 2 head, 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 tail, head, tail, head, tail, head, head. Those also 3 outcomes. Has exactly 2 heads, so 3 out of 8. And the 3 head, they all had only 1 outcomes. Add together is 7/8. And there's another way to do, alternative way. It's probability of x greater than or equal 1 head is going to be those 3 add together. It's the same as 1 minus probability of 0 head, no head. So it's 1 minus, if no head is just, they all tail, 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 tail. It's only 1 of it. Probability no head is just tail. Only 1 outcomes, no head. So it's 1 out of 8. So it's 7/8. And the D, find the probability of getting at most 2 tail. At most 2 tail. That means up to 2 tail. So you can be no tail, add 1 tail, add 2 tail, from 0 tail up to 2 tail. It cannot be more than 2 tails. So x should be less than or equal to tails. Equal probability of no tail, add probability of 1 tail, add probability of 2 tail. No tail, that means they all had. So H, only one outcomes, 1 out of 8. So probability get 1 tail, which is tail H, tail. Only 1 tail is 3 outcomes, so 3 out of 8. Probability of 2 tails, which is tail H or tail H tail or H tail. Only 3 outcomes has 2 tails, so 3 out of 8. So you add together, it's 7, 8. So there is an alternative way. Alternatively, probability of x less than or equal to tails is equal to total probability is 1 minus. You can be less than or equal to tails is 0 tail, 1 tail, 2 tail. So you just take off 3 tails. 1 minus probability of 3 tails. And 3 tails, that means they all tails. Only 1 outcome, they all tails is 1 out of 8. So it's 1 probability 3 tails, 1, 8. So 1 minus 1, 8 is 7, 8. The 2 should be same answer, 7, 8. 7. So the next question, question 8, ABC. Question 8, a die is rolled 2 times. Answer the following. A, find the probability of getting at least 1 even number. So looking for at least 1 even number. So probability of x greater than or equal 1 even number. 1 even number, there's a 2. So can be both are 2, both are odd number, or like 1, 2, and 1 even number, or 2, 2, like this, both are even number, 2, 2 are even number. Or so at least 1, if you roll 2 times and you will get 2 number. First row you got odd number, like 1, 1. It's the first row get 1, second row get 1. That's the outcomes. Or the first row you got 1, second row you got 2. And in this one has 1 even number. In this case, you do first row get number 2, second row get number 2. In this case, has 2 even number. They want at least 1 even number in 2 times. So like this has no even number. Both are odd number 2 times. Like this have 1 even number. Second time you got 1 even number. 2 is even number. Like this, the first time you got odd number. The second time you roll got even number. Like this, first time got even number 4. Second time got even number 2. So both are even numbers. So you want greater than or equal 1 even number. That means equal to 1 even number add 2 even number. Exactly is the same as 1 minus probability of no even number. So exactly equal 1 minus probability of both no even. That's both are odd number. Both are not odd number is 1 minus probability first row you got odd number times probability second row also you got odd number. So first row got odd number because there are 6 numbers. First row is 6 numbers. How many are odd number? 1, 3, 5. 3 of it. 3 of 6 numbers. So when you roll it, the first row get odd number probability is 3 out of 6. 3 out of second row you want to get odd numbers. Also get 1, 3, 5 is 3 out of 6. And reduce it's 1/2 and 1/2. So it's 1 minus 1/4 and get answer is 3/4.